Hello, everyone. My guest today is Josh Ho. He's a 2X startup founder and now CEO of Referralrock, leading up product and marketing teams. He's a full stack entrepreneur, heart and through and through, passionate about startups, handball, and family. Josh, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah.
All right. What is Referralrock, and how do you guys make money?
Referralrock is a referral marketing SaaS. We help B2B and B2C businesses get more customers using word of mouth as a channel.
Okay. Now, these kinds of tools, the churn usually can be just through the roof. So help me understand what your churn is today and how do you keep it low?
Our net MRR churn is probably around 5.5%.
What's gross?
What's that? Gross is maybe a little bit higher, like 6.5.
Okay. And that's monthly?
That's monthly, yeah.
Okay, so 6.5, obviously times 12 months is about 7-8% annual revenue churn. And then you're saying that you've got, it sounds like about 12 points of expansion on top of that, something like that annually?
Yeah, around there. It's growing more on that area, and we're reducing a lot of the churn we're lowering a lot of the churn from the early cohorts.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that. I want to talk more about that in a second.
Sure.
But first, help me understand, on average, what are people paying to use your technology each month?
Average is about $350 a month.
Okay, so kind of a little bigger than maybe than SMB, kind of early mid-market maybe. When did you launch the company? What year?
Let's see. Registered their domain 2013, beta by myself. Well, I would say launch is like 2015. Okay. It's kind of hazy, when you start it yourself. It starts out as very...
yeah, it's like domain name registration, first line of code, first sale. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, how many customers have you scaled to today?
We're about 200 customers right now.
Okay, so can I take 200 times the 350? What's that put you at? Like 70 grand a month right now in revenue?
Yep, it's about right.
And where were you a year ago?
Let's see, probably around 45, 50, close to that.
And where did you? So let's dive into some of the growth channels, right? So how did you get your first 10 customers? Where'd you find them?
Let's see. The first 10 were probably all through the beta. When I did a launch on what used to be, the list back in the day when that stuff used to work, when a lot of those listing sites worked. And then I kind of, just flipped the switch overnight after about a year of kind of tinkering in the beta just to see if it would stick. And probably the first 3-4 months, put up that paywall and had enough buzz and enough users using it, kind of flipped some of those beta users to paid users, gave them like 50% off, things like that. Those were about the first 10 or 15 or so, probably over the course of like 3 months after turning that on.
That's great. And that turn on date was 2015?
Yeah. June of 2015. Yeah.
That's really great. Okay. And then are you doing this yourself or what's your team size today? How many people?
We're about 12 people now. Started out myself and all bootstrapped. And we're just slowly probably adding maybe 1 or 2 people every 3-4 months. That's
great. So bootstrap, that means you're profitable today or are you burning?
Profitable. Yep.
Okay. Like break even or are you actually like 5-10 grand a month in profit?
I basically run it at break even all the time. So basically, when I have enough revenue, we bring on more to alleviate more pain and then kind of slowly incrementing that up.
Again,
myself too. So.
Yeah. Relying on that revenue sometimes can be risky again with the churn, especially if it's super high. What do you know you have to do to get a user to do when they first start paying in the first week to drastically increase the likelihood they stick?
It's probably not as much the first week for us. So we have a pretty good consultative sale. We have we have an inside sales team and a customer success team. So the big things for us are getting the person to actually like check all the boxes to launch their referral program.
Mm-hmm. How do you afford an inside sales team on a $200 or $300 a month price point?
We do a couple things. The first thing is we started doing a setup fee. So if we compete with, but getting people on month-to-month contracts, and then we'll charge a setup fee, and we'll take a more advanced payment, like a 6-month or an annual, and we'll waive the setup fee. So that kind of covers our basis, so we can get off the ground and not worry about like losing money on a customer.
What is that typically? You're talking like a grand, $2,000.
Right now it's $800. We just changed it just based off of how much our CS team is doing and realizing how much SMBs and different types of businesses need assistance.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. Okay, good. So profitable, 100% kind of year-over-year growth. That's great. Bootstrapped. How do you get your next 1,000 customers? Where do they come from?
Mostly inbound. So we set our foot in the ground and did a lot of like SEO work up front, and that's just kind of continuing to kind of pay dividends. So it's a lot of inbound SEO strategies to, target specific referral marketing terms, anything, mostly stuff concentrated on the lower part of the funnel.
Which SEO keywords driving you the most traffic, would you say?
Probably just anything related to the words referral programs.
Okay. So, but I mean, those are very, very expensive keywords. Like even when I put it in now, you've got like Blue Board, Get Ambassador, Referral, Sasquatch, Aaron app. I mean, there's like 4 paid placements, then all the organic stuff. And I see you, oh, okay, there you are. You're the third organic mention here. So I mean, that's a pretty hard thing to rank for.
Yeah, we're in the top 10 for most of the stronger, more high volume keywords.
I mean, yeah, you're above HubSpot, right? So, I mean, how did you do that? Are you like some special SEO ninja hacker rock star or what?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you kind of pick everything apart as an engineer. So I probably know more than average, enough that I could vet most people if they know what they're talking about. But I have some good guys on my team that I've added on to kind of help me scale that out. So.
You mean scale kind of which keywords to go after, get the landing pages up for each keyword, things like that?
Or just scaling our marketing team in terms of what content, updating content, getting backlinks, all that type of stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into that. What does your fully weighted customer acquisition cost look like today? So what do you pay to get a new $350 a month customer?
Let's see, I calculated this just for you.
So yes, I love that.
It's about $1,000.
Okay, good. So about a 3-month payback. That's not bad. And what are you built on? Are you built on Stripe?
We use Stripe as the processor. We're using Chargebee as the payment kind of management on top of it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, but everything kind of flows through Stripe, and then you use Chargebee to do the analytics, things like that.
Oh no, we use ChartMogul to do analytics, and then we have Chargebee. Actually, is kind of more of a billing platform, so it actually handles all the recurring aspects. It doesn't use Stripe's recurring things, so there's kind of a translation.
So no Stripe then.
Stripe is the processor, so it's still used. If that makes sense. We're not using like Stripe's recurring product part. It's just doing all the payment processing through that.
Yep. No, that makes sense. Very good. All right, let's wrap up here, Josh, with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
The one I'm reading the most lately has been The Messy Middle. I think that's the Scott
Bolesky.
Yes.
Yep. So, number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Jason Cohen, the WP Engine, and lots of other things guy, right?
Yeah, no, he's great. Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
6 to 7.
That's good. And situation, married, single, kids?
Married, 2 kids.
2 kiddos. How old are you?
I'm 41.
41. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Probably not to hang on to losers too long, not people like stocks and business ideas or like business partners, things like that.
And people, by the way, we don't want losers on our team, okay?
And we're on the double down on your strengths instead. So
I love that. By the way, any plans to raise capital here in the short term or no?
There might be a reason to. I kind of stay at the level where I'm keeping my options open. I bubble my head up every 3 or 4 months just to kind of think about it for myself. But ever since then, I kept punting. So
that's good. But you're a single co-founder, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Love that. All right, let's wrap. We're already wrapped with the famous 5. Listen, I appreciate you taking us to the top. Referralrock guys, again, doing about $70,000 a month in revenue, 200 customers paying $350 a month. Again, launching referral programs at scale, bootstrap, 12 people, profitable, 100% year-over-year growth, 34% net revenue retention because they have a churn problem. He's figuring out how to deal with it. 78% annual revenue churn, 12% expansion, spending about $1,000 to get a new paying customer. They put an inside sales touch on it by selling a $800 setup fee to make that, again, profitable in the payback period. Make a lot of sense. Josh, wishing you the best, man. Thanks for taking us to the top.
All right. Thanks, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it, and the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.